If you've been stockpiling Chase Ultimate Rewards or Bilt points for those dream Hyatt stays, your strategy just got obliterated. Starting May 2026, Hyatt is implementing the most brutal points devaluation in their history. We're talking about peak pricing increases of up to 67% on Category 8 properties. So today I'm going to give you the raw mathematical breakdown of Hyatt's new 5-tier disaster, the exact cents per point impact on your portfolio, and the precise action plan you must execute before May to protect your points. Now, Hyatt used to be the gold standard because of one thing: predictability. Off-peak, standard, peak, simple math, reliable value. But Hyatt just announced they're expanding to a chaotic 5-tier system that makes the reward chart look more like an airline dynamic pricing than the fixed chart we have trusted. The new tiers are lowest, low, moderate, upper, and tippy top. I'm sorry, not tippy top, just top. And the spread between the lowest and the highest in a single category can be 40,000 points. Let me be crystal clear about what this means for your point strategy. A Category 8 property that costs 35,000 points at the lowest tier can actually surge to 75,000 points at the top tier. That is not a devaluation. That is financial warfare against your points balance. But here's the critical part. You have exactly 2 narrow windows to act before this destroys your redemption power. So let's start with the numbers that matter. Category 1 properties used to cap at 6,500 points on peak dates. Under the new top tier, they can hit 9,000 points. That's a 38% increase on what used to be budget-friendly redemptions. Category 2 jumps from 9,500 to 15,000 points maximum, a brutal 57% spike. But here's where it gets personal for serious travelers. Category 4 properties, which have been the sweet spot for free night certificates, are jumping from 18,000 to 25,000 points maximum. And Category 8 is where Hyatt really shows their hand. The old peak pricing was 45,000 points. The new top tier points, 75,000. That's a 67% increase that turns a premium redemption into a points massacre. When you're looking at 75,000 points for just one night, your cents per point value plummets from a solid 2 cents or more down to 1.2 cents or even worse, depending upon the property. With numbers like that, there is no way I would have been able to enjoy my trip to Sydney, Australia to stay at the Park Hyatt during Christmas and New Year's. Now, this carnage actually extends beyond the regular properties. Hyatt's all-inclusive chart is going to get the same treatment, and it is even more painful. A Category F property like Impressions Isla Mujeres used to cost 58,000 points for double occupancy on peak dates. Under this new system, that same night will cost 85,000 points, a 47% increase. Now, for a family of 4, you could be looking at potentially 152,000 points for a single night when you factor in additional guests. And the Miraval properties are not escaping this either. A standard room that used to cost 65,000 points for double occupancy will now start at 70,000 for moderate pricing, with top tier adding another 23,000 to 25,000 points per night. These are not minor adjustments. These are fundamental shifts that rewrite the value equation for Hyatt. Now, here is what Hyatt is not telling you directly in their press releases. Executives confirmed the transitions to these massive upper and top tiers will be a gradual rollout through 2026. Now, do not mistake this for mercy. Do not look at this as a grace period. This is a deceptive retention play. Hyatt knows that if they hit you with 75,000 point nights immediately, you might cancel your World of Hyatt credit cards tomorrow. So they are boiling the frog slowly. They are easing you into the pain so you don't jump ship in 2026 and you might look survivable. But 2027 will be devastating. The properties staying in lower and moderate tiers this year will most likely migrate to upper and top tiers next year. Delaying your bookings is not playing it safe. It is a mathematical trap. You have exactly 2 narrow windows to act. Window number 1 is the April category change deadline. Hyatt announces their annual category changes in April. This year, it is an absolute last chance to book current categories before both the category shifts and the new 5-tier systems hit in May. If a property moves from Category 4 to Category 5 in April and then gets hit with the 5-tier pricing in May, you are looking at compound price increases of 50 to 60%. Audit your 2026 and your 2027 travel plans right now. Book speculative reservations before April. Hyatt cancellation policies are very generous, so leverage them. The second window closes in May when that 5-tier system goes live. Any booking made before this date locks in the current 3-tier legacy pricing, even for stays deep into 2027. So lock your Category 8 Park Hyatt stays before they hit 75,000 points. Lock in your all-inclusives before they cross that 85,000 point barrier. Now, before you start panic booking, you need to evaluate whether taking advantage of current pricing makes sense for your specific situation. Here's your decision framework. First, calculate your total transferable points across Chase, Amex, Capital One, and Bilt. Include your current Bilt balance and any points you'll earn over the next 12 months. Second, map your realistic travel timeline. Don't book aspirational trips you'll never take just to beat the devaluation. Focus on travel you're genuinely planning for 2026 through 2027. Third, prioritize based on value impact. A Category 8 property facing a 67% increase deserves immediate attention. A Category 2 property with a 57% increase might not justify the effort. Fourth, consider your loyalty strategy. If you're chasing Hyatt Elite status, booking paid stays now and using points later might make more sense than burning points immediately. If you're purely focused on redemption value, locking in current award pricing is the priority. Now, here's a critical consideration most analysis miss. Hyatt's cancellation policies give you significant flexibility. Most award bookings can be canceled without penalty, and even paid bookings often have generous cancellation windows. This means you can book now to secure pricing and adjust later as your plans solidify. The smart strategy is to book multiple options for key travel periods, then cancel the ones you don't need as your plans become clearer. Yes, this does tie up points temporarily, but it protects you from the pricing increases while maintaining that flexibility. This devaluation fundamentally alters the competitive landscape. Hyatt's main advantage was predictable, high-value redemptions. With pricing swings of up to 40,000 points within a single category, that predictability is largely gone. Marriott's Bonvoy program, despite its flaws, doesn't see individual properties swing by this magnitude within the same category. The saving grace is that Hyatt's status benefits remain superior. No other major program offers confirmed suite upgrades at booking for top-tier elites. The breakfast benefit is clearly defined. Full buffet or menu entree. Late checkout is guaranteed to 4 p.m. except at resorts. These benefits will provide value that justifies some loyalty. For credit card strategy, the value might have even gotten stronger for the personal card because you are getting a Category 1 to 4 certificate every year for that $95 annual fee. Let me explain why. One massive bright spot is that the free night certificates will not be affected by these pricing changes. Your Category 1 to 4 certificate and your Category 1 to 7 certificate will still work at their designated categories even when properties are priced at the new tippy top tier. A Category 4 certificate that used to save you 18,000 points could now actually save you 25,000 points, which is a 39% increase in its value. Here's exactly what you need to do this week. First, audit your points balances across all the programs and calculate your total transferable points. Second, review your 2026-2027 travel plans and identify high-value redemptions that are worth protecting. Third, book speculative reservations for aspirational stays before the April category changes. Fourth, prioritize Category 4 through 8 properties and those all-inclusive resorts for immediate booking. Fifth, consider booking paid stays now if you're chasing elite status, then using points for upgrades later. Sixth, set calendar reminders for the April category announcement and May pricing change deadlines. The fundamental reality is this: Hyatt is still probably the best hotel loyalty program for high-end travelers who value status, benefits, and can plan strategically. But the days of easy, obvious value are gone. You need to be more tactical, more forward-thinking, and more willing willing to book speculatively to capture value before these windows close. The hotel loyalty landscape is shifting faster than ever, and Hyatt's devaluation is just the latest example. If you want to stay ahead of these changes and protect your point strategy, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. Locking in those speculative bookings before the deadline is only step one. If you're a globalist or knocking on the door to globalist, you can even further maximize your World of Hyatt points before this new tier system destroys your value. You need a flawless redemption strategy. And in this video right here, I break down exactly how to extract massive cents per point value from your Hyatt stays right now. So click here and let's protect those points.